Measurement. In measurement, we are going to look at temperature. Now, in temperature, we have terms that we need to understand before we do any calculation. First, R here stands for the rise in temperature. Rise in temperature, which is calculated by subtracting initial reading from the final reading. Initial reading is subtracted from the final reading. Drop in temperature, on the other hand, is calculated by getting final temperature subtracted from the initial temperature if temperature has to go down. For example, an ice cube was 10 degrees below the zero mark. 10 degrees below the zero mark on a thermometer. On warming it, its temperature rose by 34. It rose by 34, and remember it was 10 degrees below the zero mark. Now, what was the final reading on the thermometer of that ice? This is what we do. Let's study this. This is our thermometer. And some readings here. This is the zero mark. 10 degrees Celsius, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on and so forth until 100. Now, after that, after the zero mark, this we also have some readings. 10 degrees below the zero mark, 20 degrees below the zero mark, then 30 degrees below the zero mark. Now, for us to read or to have the zero reading, let's go back and see by how many degrees did the temperature of the ice rise. Now, it was at 10 degrees at this point, 10 degrees below the zero mark. So from 10 degrees to 0, 10 degrees to 0 itself, that is 10 degrees centigrade subtracted from now the rise in temperature, which was 34 degrees centigrade. So if this 10 degrees centigrade is subtracted from that rise of a total of 34, then we remain with 24 degrees centigrade, which will now be read from 0 through 10 through 20 and then 24 somewhere here. So our 24 degrees centigrade becomes our final reading on the thermometer.